Yeah. 19 years I was in this campus. It has been developed to a great extent now, physically. Of course, the strength is a few hundred those days. Now, the total strength, 1,000, 4,000 something like that, they said. The present Vice Chancellor and Registrar and others requested me to be their advisor for some time. You have to come now and then here. But I am not in a position to go around without assistance. Almost 91. See, you are all M.Com final year students.
M.Com first year and final year. M.Com first year. M.Com first year and final year.
Final year.
First year. Final year and final year.
Final year, M.Com final year.
Operation M.Com first year, M.Com second year. M.Com Cooperative Management.
First year.
M.Com Cooperative Management first year, M.Com Cooperative Management second year. ரெண்டு பேரும் இருக்காங்க.
Very good. See, you have to. The problem in the world today is those who are working in the departments, in the offices, government offices, and they are not properly working. Properly working means they are not having the integrity, good character. That is the problem today. That is the problem. If you don't have a good character, what is the use of your degree? Postgraduate degree or research degree? No use. So, see, if you help, if after M.Com, if you help to a bad manager, bad work company to note down fraudulent, keep them fraudulent accounts, then what is the use of it? Maintaining fraudulent account is worse than prostitution. This is the words of Mahatma Gandhi. Fraudulent account keeping is worse than prostitution, he said. Very harsh words he used, Mahatma Gandhi. So, you must be having a sound, good character. That's all. That is more important. Then, see, today we are not listening to people, good people. We are not listening to elderly people properly. And also, after listening, you have to answer to him. After listening, you have to give your suggestion. You simply should not criticize. You are wrong, you are this and that. But you have to give your suggestion, constructive suggestions. This is the way. Today, there is no. Everyone is even political field. You see, everyone criticizing the others without giving constructive suggestions. See, if you say something against my views, you are not my enemy. I treat you well. At the same time, I should not hate you, but I must listen. You maybe have a different opinion. That is different. This is the difficulty today. So you have to listen the other views properly, and if you accept it, you can accept. Otherwise, if you have your own suggestion, you have to give them in a constructive way. That is more important. This is very essential today. But today, this is not essential. This is not properly adhered today. And another thing is, see, you must earn, you must take care of your family. The surplus, if it is possible, you can help others. It is possible, you can help others. You must also love the poor people, the downtrodden. This is very important. You must have something. See, I started my career in the movement, Sarvodaya movement, with Virabaji for Acharya Virabaji was for some time, and I was in Nagaland also. 1 year I was in Nagaland, and I visited Manipur, of course, but see, what happened? I actually, after, see, I was actually in the Sarvodaya movement. I joined Jagananandji. He was the Sarvodaya leader here, and in the Satyagraha movement also. Gandhiji's way of opposing people is, he must first make an appeal if there is an injustice. If it is not, if he does not yield to it, then he will fast by himself. Then he will collect people, and in a non-violent way, they will peacefully, they will oppose. They will suffer. They will not prevent the bus, train, and throw stones, and this kind of violence will not be there. Today, people are resorting to violence all over the world, but the violence will not solve the problem. Violence will not solve the problem. So what is happening between Russia and Ukraine, Israel and the Palestinians, there is no salvation. So violence will not solve the problem. So resorting to violence is very bad, and you must also read all over the world what is happening, and you must not join that group. You must not join the violent group. That is more important in the world. Whatever. You must not be a party to the violent group. You must not help them in any way. At the same time, you need not hate them, but you should not join them. That is more important. If you become a member of a political party, you should not join the violent group. That is more important. Resorting to violence all over the world today. If you read the newspaper, you can find this. So you must not resort to violence. And another thing is, see, if you happen to work under anyone, in the private companies, today the private companies are becoming very corrupt. Except, see, in India, except Tatas, most of them are corrupt. The Tatas, Ratan Tata's son passed away. You must have read in the newspapers. See, Ratan Tata first Jamshedpur, the iron company was started there, still in Jamshedpur. So Ratan Tata actually, he was a nationalist also, his father. when Gandhi was doing the Satyagraha in South Africa, he, while going to London, she passed through South Africa, Durban, and gave 30,000 rupees donation to him for his movement. So such was his. And also, he will not cheat the government, he will pay the tax properly. That is very important. So, in such a company, you have to work. If it is not, if it is cheating the government and doing their business, in such places, you should not join in. So that is more important. This generation must learn this, and this is this is having a good character. This kind of integrity or character is not there, then what is the use of it? Today, all the departments, very, and all over the district, if you take, very, very handful of people are only not corrupt. They are not having corrupt practices, but all of them are. See, all of them easily can be bribed. But they, why they have become like that means, today, if there is no political head to set an example to them, model to them, the political heads, they themselves are corrupt, so they are not setting an example, good, they are not good models to them. So that is why they are getting huge amount from the big companies, and they are penalizing small people now. If in the Tahsildar office in the district, a clerk gets some 1,000 rupees, immediately he is arrested. But the ministers and others in politics, they are earning crores of rupees. That is the difficulty. So that is why this generation must set an example, and if you conduct yourself properly, then things will be all right. That is more important. Even the people in the government, if they working in the department, if they are very honest, you can change even the political scenery also of the country. If you are not yield to them, party to them for their corrupt practices, so that is more important actually. And see, I entered into the education field very late, at the age of 35. Till then, I was working in the public, in the Sarvodaya movement, but that will not spoil me. In a non-violent way, I joined the group, the Satyagraha, in the temple and Satyagraha in Vilambati, Meenakshi Amman temple. It has more than 25 acres of wetland in Vilambati, Solavattan area. But all those land must be given on lease to the poor farmers, those who are having less than 10 acres. But it was not given like that. Only the trustees in the Binami names, they themselves cultivating a land. The Communist Party fighting against it, but they could not succeed because they resorted to violence. So violence, big violent group is their government. They brought the police and they suppressed it. But Sarvodaya movement, Gandhians started against it. I was like you, a young man then. I also in that group. We started. Our leader first met the trustees, made an appeal, but they did not sort of thing. By the time we actually hear G. Ramachandran Ji was the Vice Chancellor, founder Vice Chancellor then during that time. And last Jayananand, after persuading them for some time, we could not succeed. So he undertook fast, indefinite fast. I was also in that group then. And the collector, deputy collector came, and the RDO said, we will decide, we will talk to the trustees and we will decide this. Then he gave up that fast after 3 days. Then what happened, somehow all the surrounding areas, people are actually, they are planting, paddy, nursery, they are planting this paddy, and they are spread. So he started watering. Fast was the collector promised, but he promised. The chief minister was Bhaktavachalam. Dr. Kamaraj was Congress president, all India president. So Bhaktavachalam, his relatives, the trustees. So in the Binami name there. And then we started preventing it. How we went, they were watering and take some mud, sand and put it, doing it again. Then my turn came. I said, our leader, Mr. He is a political, he is freedom fighter. Raja Maram, his name. It is still in my mind. I told Raja Maya, எவ்வளவு நேரம் ஒரு கையெல்லாம் ஓஞ்சி போகுது நான் அப்படி மடையில் உட்கார்ந்துறேன் கையா no he will in the spade he will hurt you will be hurt don't sit hold me hand. Then I said, then he left his spade and went to Subramaniam Pillai house, and then in the afternoon some police van came, and then they started. We went there and we were arrested. I was in the jail 15 days, Madurai jail, along with 300 people during that time. And then later, Kamaraj came to know about that, and then he scolded the chief minister, and the Kakkan was sent to the jail, and then there was an agreement, and the 28 acres of wetland were leased, given on lease to the poor families. It was a successful because he did not resort to violence in a peaceful way. That is the thing. So that is why Gandhi organized like that. That is why the British people we obtained freedom from the Bhagavat Singh fight, others fight, Vatabaman fight, Bhavat Singh fought for it, all the group, but they could not succeed. But in 1914, from South Africa, Gandhi came. When he entered the freedom fight, then he was within 20 years or 15 years succeeded. Of the Salt Satyagraha, within 7 years or something like that, they did. So that is the thing. So, in the fighting in an armed base, but all over the world, the people are now realizing slowly, and I think our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, previously when he was Chief Minister, thousands of Muslims were killed. He was silent, he didn't act. But today, after 15, 17 years, he is the Prime Minister, very responsible position. So he is slowly changed his outlook now. He talked about Gandhi. he spoke, even you was very hardly, he was and he is talking like this today. All over the world, he is respected now. Resorting to following to some extent Gandhigram. But I don't say that 100%, but even then he realized importance slowly. And so this is very important. And I would like to say one thing. See, you must, I talk about, you must take care of your family properly, you must earn in a right way. In a right way you have to earn, and if you are able to help others, in a small way you can help. If you could not help, at least pray for him. If you are not in a position to help something, give something, at least pray for them. And you join the group, you can join the group which press the government to help them in a non-violent way. So that is true. And if you join in a political party or something like that, you must, suppose if you are becoming an MP, Member of Parliament. Member of Parliament means you have to know, you have to understand the problems of all poor people all over the country. Even in North India, poor people, most of them speaking Hindi. So, if you are an MP, Member of Parliament, you must be knowing Hindi also. Then how can you help poor people? If you want to help internationally poor people or no problems, you have to learn English. International language English. Most of the North Indians, common people in the villages speak Hindi. If you don't know Hindi, how can you understand the problem properly? So that is more important. Actually, it is not a problem of trusting Hindi in Tamil Nadu. They are not actually trusting people. Once it was trusted, but the anti-indigestion program started during Lal Bahadur Shastri's days. Karnataka was in the opposition party. It was stopped. And Nehru said, actually, before that Nehru said, as long as non-Hindi people in the states like Hindi will not become an official language of the state. This is the promise of Nehru. He has understood properly. He said, after independence, before just during the time of independence, Gandhi said, Jawahar is my heir, political heir, he said. He did not say Patel is my heir. Patel belonged to Gujarat, Gandhi belonged to, but Patel is a good administrator at the same time, better than Nehru in a way. But he did not say Patel is my heir to become Prime Minister. Why? Because Patel not having the outlook, the interreligious outlook as Nehru is. Nehru was having an interreligious outlook. Christians, Muslims, all people like. So that is why Gandhi said. That is more important. So you should not, it is a multicultural, multi-religious institution. So you must be aware of this, and you should not hate other religion. Everyone must be having the right today. Is there. So that is more important. You must not say that my religion is very supreme. All religions are. See, when Gandhi studying in London, as undergoing the Bharat Law course, then only he studied the English translation of Bhagavad Gita, and then he read the New Testament, then he read Quran and all that. After reading all these things, he said, the essence of all religion is the same. He said, Jesus spoke about Satya, truth. Jesus spoke about helping poor people, charity, all religion. Islam also embracing one another, brotherhood. So no religion is spreading hate. No religious head talk about that violence. But those who are following today are actually, Jesus did not say, Krishna did not say, Hindu religion, Tamil did not say. In Tamil, see, all are my brothers. Yadum Mure, Yavarum Kedir, Kadiyan Kumnanas statement. Yadum Mure, Yavarum Kedir. All are my kith and kin. All are. Because of different regions, we are talking in a different language, that's all. But all are human. You know, Bharati's, many of only he comes from Manipur. Someone who do not know Tamil, raise your hand. You are coming from? Andhra Pradesh. Yeah. See, Subramania Bharati said, first I will tell you in English. He said, the crows and the birds are my kith and kin, because all are creations of God, nature. Even the forest, the plantation, all my kith and kin. And wherever I see my own brothers and sisters, I am seeing. So I am happy, said. Karkai Kuruvi Engal Shadi, Nil Kadalum Malayam Engal Putam, Nokum Disayallam Namandri Verilai, Noka Kaliyatam, Bharati. So all are creations of God. So there is no room to hate anyone. So this kind of attitude must be there in us. That is more important. And also today, even in those days, see, actually in tribal communities and in those days, women were considered the second grade. They are not giving importance in the world today. But actually, you see, women is more important because in Hindu religion, the Lord Shiva is having his wife in his breast. Parvati. Without Parvati, he cannot dance. So that is the thing. So you have to respect the women. The women's education is very important, and they have to, today's world, don't mistake me, you are all the young men, you don't misunderstand me. Mostly women politicians are known for their integrity. Mamata Banerjee is doing well. The darkest side has been withdrawn now. Today's person. Bengal, Mamata Banerjee. Sushila Nair. And of course, Indira Gandhi was a little in a different way. She began because all are in the Congress itself, they started cheating Indira, excluding. So that is a, see, as long as Nehru was there, he did give importance to Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi let her herself let case to me. I don't make her president of Congress. I don't make her a minister in the cabinet. He said Nehru. Nehru did. Today we are finding fault. Nehru family. Nehru did. Nehru only Lal Bahadur Shastri was, when he became sick, he called Lal Bahadur Shastri. He resigned for party work, but he again, when he became sick, he called. He nominated him without portfolio minister. Lal Bahadur, what can you be in my room, do my work? Then he wanted to become Lal Bahadur Shastri as Prime Minister later. So he didn't want his family. But later, for other reasons and all that, it happened. That's all. So, what I would like to say, I am not supporting any party now. Don't think that I am supporting the Congress party now. I am not supporting any political party now. But fact is, regarding Nehru and others, Nehru did not want continuously for they themselves must come. But today it is a different, we are looking things in a different way today's world. So you have to free from all this kind of thing, and we must first, in today's world, you will not be respected if you are not standing on your own leg. If you are maintaining your family in a earning in a rightful way, you will not be respected today. பணம் இல்லாம ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது. பணம் வசதியாக இருந்தால் தான் பண்ண முடியும். Even I am coming here because I spent here 16 years in the campus. For that 16 years I am receiving a small pension. That is why I am moving around. My wife is no more, but I am not depending upon my son and others. Because I am moving around because I am getting some. Though I worked in the Sarvodaya movement for a long time, but like me, I don't say that you should be like that. You must have in different way. I was born and brought up in a village in Coimbatore district, small village. But I am the fifth son, fifth child. I was during my period. My father lost wealth. So he's borrowed money and he's selling and all that. He put me in Ramakrishna where Gandhiji laid the foundation for Annasingam, first education minister after independence. In that institutions I was there in the Gurukula. That is why I am like this. Gandhian institutions. And then in a Christian institutions I did my SSLC. It is a Christian institution. So I know about Christianity also. And later, of course, the Christian leader, Keitan, Reverend Keitan, someone told him, who is from Patalgundia area. Keitan, he is a missionary from America came. His forefathers from Germany, Keitanji came during freedom struggle days. He was as a missionary preaching religion, Christianity. But in Pasmalai, he had gone through Gandhi's writings and then so there is living with Jesus. I must join Gandhi. He left the missionary work and joined Gandhi. The British people looked at him. What is this? A foreigner came and joined and vanished him. He was sent out after some time. And then after independence, Rajagopalachari, our first Governor General, Keitan, we are now in a free India, please come. He came and he became one of the Sarvodaya leaders. In which his property was brought, he brought his property, his wife was no more then, and he was here, Matragundu. As a Sarvodaya worker, I was trained under him, Keitanji. Keitan, very noble person. He was, so in Vilamati Satyagraha, Keitan, under the leadership of Keitan, 150 people came to the jail. arrested. Keitan. See, when Keitan was arrested, actually they were started ploughing in that land. He has to organize people in such a way. He has to lose the bullocks, the sting, and then he has to organize people like that. And that day the DIG himself came. He asked Keitan, don't organize people like that. Keitan said to him, no, you are organizing your violent force. I am organizing my non-violent force. And then he was offered first class in the jail. No, I was with him. And then Gora Ramachandra, great atheist Gora Ramachandra, he is a Nambudiri Brahmin. He was an atheist. He also, after reading in the newspapers, during that time he joined the freedom movement. Gandhi said, Gora, you are an atheist, but you are having belief in Satya. Satya is my God today. What do you say? Satya, truth is my God. Then he joined Gandhi. That is how joined. And he also was arrested last day. The people said, you have come here, you are coming from Andhra, we don't want to. No, I have come to support this movement. He was also brought to the jail. Around 300 people. The fourth day we were standing, and the jailer, the chief jailer came, and the ward, before sending it to the cell, they will see people, their health condition, all that. And when Gora Ramachandra's name read, the chief jailer removed his hat and saluted. Sir, I was a student in Coimbatore Agriculture College. Then only we came to know Gora Ramachandra was MSc chemistry. He was lecturer in Coimbatore Agriculture College before it became independence. Because in those days, British people won't keep them in service atheist. So he was dismissed like that. Then he said, yes, I was 3 years I was there. That time he was the red set. And then, sir, we are offering first class. No, I don't want. Then Gora asked him, is there a library in your jail? Yes. I must translate to him. This fellow will come to select books and give some paper and pen also. That is us granted. And then he said, sir, what more you need? See, I myself and Keitan, we don't pray like them, but even then we want to speak to them our experiences. So we need a hall during that day. That was also needed. 15 days I used to translate Gora and Keitan, whatever they speak. I had the opportunity to be with them people. So why I am saying this, Keitan and others, they are all because of during those days their sacrifice, and because they are setting an example to others. Today, setting example people are not there. Very rare in the field of education, in the field of, I am not blaming teachers. Gandhigram may be a different place, but today people are, Dr. Aram, the first Vice Chancellor, the second Vice Chancellor after Mama, Dr. Aram, I was his student. Then I worked with him in Nagaland. He resigned Ramakrishna principalship and went to join Jayaprakash Narayanan, and he became the director of Nagaland Peace Center. So their general election happened. Some group demanding separate state, and that was slowly it was given up, and development was started. Then Doctor asked me, Mr. Markandan, you can give one day, 1 year to Nagaland. He said, and then I went and worked in the development for some time, and then came back. And by the time I finished my MA, because in the rural, I studied in the rural institute. I studied, there are 2 rural higher education institutions in Tamil Nadu those days. One Gandhigram, another Ramakrishna Mission Rural Institute. I did my DRS there, Diploma in Rural Service. I did only intermediate in those days. Those who have done their intermediate can have 3 years diploma in rural service. That is equivalent to the first degree of BA, BSc and traditional colleges. They can go for MA and B.Ed and all that. Just like that, I did my MA in correspondence course. MA Social correspondence course. Then Dr. Aram came as Vice Chancellor and he requested me to join. I joined as secretary to him because he cannot appoint without the approval of the Senate and syndicate appointments. Only secretary to Vice Chancellor. I was nominated as secretary to Vice Chancellor. I never thought that I will sit on the chair of the Vice Chancellor. I became secretary to him. Amma was Chancellor. Soundaramma was Chancellor. No, Soundaramma. The noble life. Her husband passed away the first year itself after her marriage. Her husband was a doctor. The cholera in Madurai. So he worked for that and he was attacked by cholera. And then he passed away. And then the TVS Iyengar, only daughter, others are male members, and she was sent to Delhi to undergo medicine, MBBS. During that time, he came into contact with Sushila Nayar. She went to Gandhi Hospital. Mama also went to Gandhi Hospital. So she fell in love and they married. Asked Gandhi, they got married. But later days, of course, happened. So that is how she, after completing this MBBS, she came and hired a house in Chinalapeti and doing some medical service in the villages. And then the TVS group purchased the land, and then the trust was started, Gandhigram Trust. And after that, Rural Institute came, started. Mama became the director. And Nehru came and inaugurated the Rural Institute, rang the bell in the Bell Maidan. Nehru inaugurated because he is good friend of Mama. Mama closely moved with Nehru. So he inaugurated, and then later, when Indira Gandhi was Prime Minister, university, autonomous university status came, she inaugurated the university then. Then people like me, when Aram came here as Vice Chancellor, he requested me, when I come to South, you promise to join me, you come, you only can appoint only secretary can I appoint now. He nominated me secretary. Amma was the chancellor. Amma came the first time. He used to call me Markandeya. She asked me, why you are called Markandeya? See, Mama, I was the 5th child. All the astrologers said this child will not survive. My grandfather said, all right, I will call him ever 16 Markandeya, that Puranic name. So that name was given like me. So Mama used to call me Markandeya. And then when she came, after 2 months she came to know my work in the Sarvodaya movement, village work and all that, and said, Dr. Aram, why are you keeping him here? Nowadays, after V. Krishnamurti, the teachers, the extension department people are not visiting villages like him. You Markandan, you send to the extension department. So Mama made me lecturer there. Actually, after 1 month, this time if Amma comes, she will ask. So I will transfer you. 11,000 basic, those days. I I was transferred. I became coordinator of extension programs and then lecturer, leader. 96 retired. After 1 year, K. Narayanan was the chancellor. Going through the biodata, he looked into it. No one has Gandhian background. Fourth, now my name is fourth. So let us improve this thing. We call the search committee members. You give me a 3-member panel having one person having Gandhian background. Then naturally I came. K. Narayanan selected me. Of course, this is how I became Vice Chancellor. When I took the Vice Chancellorship, 81 days strike, non-teaching staff strike. 150 people sitting in front of the registrar office, strike, 81st day. When Nadesan, my predecessor, left, it was 41 days, and then he could not, he removed some people, he from service, small things, and then they are resorting to strike. And when I came, I asked them, see, press people were there, you Vice Chancellor come, please wait, my people are sitting in front of the registrar office. First I was talked to the leaders there. Shivaji was the leader then. He is a very forceful person, non-teaching head. And I called Shivaji. Shivaji, I was here 16 years with you. If you have belief, continue to the second game, I will solve the problem. And he said, no sir, only 4 people were given compulsory retirement. 4 or 5 years are there still. But Nadesan, the previous Vice Chancellor, if you revoke that, we will immediately come. Then I called the syndicate members. Most of them are deans in the syndicate. Sir, no work is being done in the office. All clerks are there. People are not there to plead everything. We will give in writing support you in the syndicate. Please you can do. Then I can join, and all are joined. So this is how first day itself. And then I introduced reform, and I think that reforms diluted a little, but every year the student must 15 days every semester spend their days in the villages doing some work, helping the panchayat and taking general knowledge class and coaching the spoken English people, and all departments should help like that, selecting villages twice in a year. For that 12 credits were given. Incorporating the extension dimension of the university into the curriculum. I did it first. All the non-agricultural, only agricultural universities were giving, incorporating the field work into the curriculum. But non-agricultural university did not. I did it first time. The UGC sent a report. It is a revolution. We have incorporated the extension dimension of the university curriculum, dimension to the curriculum. University has 3 dimensions: teaching, research, and extension. Without extension, how can you make research? How can you write, give suggestions? So you have to understand the problem. For that, 2 credits. So undergraduate students, 6 camps, 12 credits. Unless you get 12 credits, you will not get the degree. That is I introduced. And another, of course, the cooperation, Dr. Narayan Swami. The cooperation department head, Dr. Narayan Swami, helped me to a great extent. He went to each department and collected these things. And the 12th cadet was introduced with the help of Narayan Swami. I was remembering Dr. Narayan Swami. And so this is how something I did. So I said about Amma also, and I told actually what you have to do, how you have to protect yourself. So the primary purpose of education is character building. This is what Gandhi said. The primary purpose of education is character building. You remember that always. And also you must be good at your studies. You must understand the problems. You must have love and respect towards the poor. And you must respect all religions, all culture, and all that. These few words, a long time, I took a long time, and you were also listening. If you have something in your mind to ask